Hi everybody, I am Shannon with the Taste of Home Test Kitchen, and today we're talking creme brulee. Now there are a couple methods that you can use to get that delectable caramelized crunchy top. We're going to start by showing you the blowtorch method. Now torches come in all shapes and sizes. This is a commercial size one that you may have in your arsenal already with your tools. It can be a little intimidating for most home cooks. This is what you would find mostly in professional kitchens. Otherwise, the home torches or culinary torches are a little bit smaller. They're going to have a safety on them, but you're still going to want to make sure you know how to properly use the torch before you begin. Start by reading the directions on how to use it and any safety instructions. You're going to want to be in an open area of your kitchen. Make sure you're far away from paper towels, napkins, curtains, anything like that. You're also going to want to make sure that your creme brulee has chilled overnight so it's completely set, and then place it on a baking rack or something so that you don't scorch your counter or burn your countertop at all. When you're ready to get started then, take a small amount of sugar and spread it over the top. 1 to 2 teaspoons is usually a good place to start. And then just kind of roll it over the surface. You just want a nice even thin layer. Then always pointing the torch away from you, start with the edges of the creme brulee. Those are going to be the hardest to caramelize, so start there first and work your way into the center. Never hold the torch in one place for very long. And when you have that nice amber bubbly top everywhere, that's when you know to stop. You don't want to burn it, you just want to caramelize it. Now, as you can see, this is very hot, so you're going to want to let it cool for a bit before you serve it to your guests. The second method for caramelizing creme brulee that we're going to talk about is using your oven with the broiler function. So a couple safety tips before we begin. Number 1, make sure before you turn your oven on that you put the rack on your utmost position, about 4 inches away from the heat typically. That way you're not having to move a hot rack later. Number 2, make sure your creme brulee custard has cooled overnight in the fridge so that it's set before it goes into the oven. Number 3, make sure that you have high quality ramekins so that they don't shatter in the oven. When you're ready to begin then, just like with the blowtorch, do an even layer of sugar. And just roll it around on the surface to even it out. You don't want to get too much in any one area because it won't brown evenly then. And then put it onto a baking sheet so that it's easier to handle. Take your pan and put it under your broiler for just a couple of minutes. Keep an eye on it and rotate it in the oven every so often so that your browning is more even. If you have hot spots in your oven, you're going to want to keep things moving. After you've removed your creme brulee from the broiler, you're going to want to let it cool on a rack for about 15 minutes. Then put it in the fridge until it's completely cooled again, because the custard and the sugar are going to be hot for a lot longer than if you're using a blowtorch. So here we have our finished creme brulees, one from the broiler and one with a blowtorch. You can see the difference. Both are going to be delicious and both will give you that nice crunchy snap that you're looking for.